It's been a little while, so I decided it's about high time that I bring the Q&As back to the OTRS Central channel, and I'm going to dive into them relatively extensively. I'm going to do Q&As every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for sure going forward for the time being. Every Monday, Wednesday, or Friday. For now, I'm not going to do any of the topical crap, this, that, or anything else. When you have a Q&A question that you want me, the Schleg Daddy, to answer, you go to Twitter, tweet your question, and just use the hashtag OTRSCentral. Ask whatever wrestling or other related question you possibly want to. It doesn't have to be about wrestling either. But again, go to Twitter, tweet your questions using hashtag @OTRSCentral. Doesn't have to be about a specific topic or anything else like that. Every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, from here on going forward, you're going to see another Q&A episode. So let us get started with this new edition of the OTRS Central Q&A. Got some questions here. Let's fire through them right now. At Mr. Tuxedo asks, if Daniel Bryan has to drop the world title, who do you think should get it and who will actually get it? Please, God, don't let it be Kane. From an ego standpoint, Triple H. Who should get it? Triple H. Maybe Batista. Maybe have Evolution fight back and forth over it. Why the fuck not? If you're going to sit there and push the same old faces the same old way, you might as well go with the good old tried and true formula of truth, justice, and Breakfast Club left, right, and straight up your ass. And who will actually get it? I'm sure they'll find a way to circumvent some shit and come up with a way for John Cena to get it at some point in time. Whether it's right away or not, I'm not really sure. At Kitty's on Crack, have you checked out any ROH shows or matches lately? No and hell no. ROH has nobody to blame but themselves for that. I gave the company a shot. I tried, and their crap is just boo-boo. Period. If you're into that type of thing, then God bless you. I sure the hell am not. Kitty's on Crack also asked, if so, do you have any plans on watching the Best of the World pay-per-view? Even if I did, I probably wouldn't watch the pay-per-view. I definitely wouldn't pay for it. And, you know, ROH, I paid for enough pay-per-views to have the constant streaming issues and everything else. And I don't care what you say, whether or not they've been fixed or not. Frankly, I don't care. The cards look unappealing when I do see them. And all those issues in the past where I paid for the pay-per-view and it didn't work right, nope. No interest in ROH at all now going forward, period. And Apocalyptic 513, could we ever see a 15 Reasons video or video series again? I like those videos. Those videos were awesome. Probably not. I'm going to leave that in the past. You'll get a lot more topical and commentary videos in the next couple of months to come. There's no question about that. But as far as like 15 reasons something sucks or something else sucks, no, probably not. Hope you enjoy all the commentary and topical videos and discussion debate videos you will get over the next couple of months, so here on OTRS Central. At Larrikin _, how do you think WWE should book Bray Wyatt after he finishes his feud with John Cena? Not to look like a chump, not to look like a wuss, not to look like an idiot puss, not to look like a babyface unless you actually want him to be a babyface. That's how you do it. Whoever he feuds with next, I hope to God they make him look strong and dominant and he overpowers and he wins. And wins convincingly. Just like he should have done in this John Cena feud. And Monteezy Moore, my man, wants to know, what is the Schleg Daddy and Teasy TV show coming into effect? It's long overdue. Apparently it's so long overdue, I didn't know that we did have a TV show coming up. But if we did, that would be outstanding with the Schleg Daddy in the starring role as the Schleg Daddy should be. Yes, brother, I just said it. At Yes RDB1610, will The Undertaker return at WrestleMania 31? I'm going to take the nice, easy, right down the middle of the road answer and say it's 50-50. You could bring him back and have him wrestle Sting at WrestleMania 31. You could have him at WrestleMania 31 to be the headliner of the 2015 WWE Hall of Fame class. You could bring him back to try and get revenge on Brock Lesnar. So there are reasons and avenues to be able to bring back Taker at WrestleMania 31. Will they? Won't they? Will he come back? Won't he come back next year? Don't know. At this point, though, if you already broke the streak, there's really no reason to me for Taker to come back and wrestle. So there's really no reason to me for him to appear at WrestleMania 31 unless you were going to make him the headliner of your Hall of Fame class. He also asked, will John Cena retire from the WWE soon? Define soon. In the next year or two? Not unless he had some edge type of injury that takes him out of action. I'm going to see John Cena go in another 5 to 7 years, constantly pushed down our throats at the top. At least 5 to 7 years. Yeah, I know, a scary thought. I just see this guy's going to have to be forced away, dragging, kicking, and screaming. At Baller B. Scott, who do you see having more potential? Well, I guess when you're factoring in, looks like wrestling skill, ability, mic work, and look. Roman Reigns or Dean Ambrose? Well, from a mic work standpoint, obviously Ambrose is going to have the edge. From a look standpoint, obviously Roman Reigns is going to have the edge. And in terms of wrestling skill ability, it depends on what you prefer out of your storytellers, out of your in-ring performers. Roman Reigns could tell one type of story with his actions and his work in the ring, and Dean Ambrose could tell another story. Ambrose is probably the more complete performer at this point in time, but long-term, in terms of potential, in terms of what the WWE is going to do with them, Roman Reigns easily has more potential at this moment. But again, things could change. For all we know with the Shield, it could end up being Seth Rollins that ends up being the biggest deal out of the three. That wouldn't surprise me at all either. At Ann Lies 1929, will the WWE ever push the PG rating and undergo, let's say, a Ruthless Aggression 2.0 era? No, probably not. Even though the logic for them going to the PG product ultimately, I think, blew up in their face a little bit, and they drove away a lot of adult fans by doing that dumb shit. I understand why they did it, but at the same point in time, it ultimately didn't work. But do I have any hopes or dreams or wishes of them going with a more aggressive, in-your-face type of product? No. It's going to be the same old Disney G-rated kiddie crap like it's been for the past probably 4 or 5 years. And Luis Roulette rounds out this Q&A with a couple of questions. Who do you think will become WWE World Heavyweight Champion in this year of 2014? Guys that I think will become World Heavyweight Champion, WWE World Heavyweight Champion in 2014. I would go with Brock Lesnar and John Cena. If I threw a third name out there, it would probably be Batista. Those would be the 3 names that I would most likely point to right now and say they would end up with the WWE World Heavyweight Championship at some point in time in 2014. And his last question is, if Cena decides to give up his position one day, give up is a strong word, brother. I don't know if Cena's given up anything, including the jorts and nasty Bella sluts. Do you think that the replacement guy will have the same superhero booking? Well, fucking A, yeah, they will. Especially as a babyface. You can look at Sheamus's babyface booking over the past couple of years. Orton, when he was booked as a babyface, you see that superhero freaking treatment working. And I see no reason, if it ends up being a Roman Reigns or a Bray Wyatt, for those guys not to end up getting that Superman John Cena type of treatment. So, yeah, I would fully expect it. I'd fully be surprised, frankly, if they didn't do it. Because for some reason, the WWE, which has always been, granted, a babyface-driven company, there's no question about that, going back to the days of Bruno and Mr. Bob Backlund and Hulk Hogan and so on and so forth. It's always been a babyface-driven company. It's always been driven by that babyface at the top. That's when the WWE's been at its best over the years, is when they had that strong, captivating, larger-than-life babyface at the top. However, the way the WWE does it now, they do such a job of sitting there and booking those baby faces in such strong, dominant fashion that there is no reason for you to get behind them. There is no appeal to them at all. You end up rooting and cheering for their opponent. But the WWE still keeps doing it. So, yes, whether it be Roman Reigns or somebody else, I would fully expect Luis Roulette that the next kind of superhero for the WWE, whenever Cena's time is done, will ultimately get that same Super Cena type of booking. I'd be stunned if it didn't happen. Any of the questions here, if you got any thoughts on them, you can comment down below. Again, remember, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, here on going forward, you'll get Q&As here on OTRS Central. How do you ask your questions? Go to Twitter, Tweet your questions to the show. Use the hashtag OTRSCentral. It could be about whatever wrestling or non-wrestling related topic you want me to talk about. It's that simple. All right, we'll do this again on Friday.